Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Expensive Coins, where we talk about the most valuable and sought-after treasures in the coin collecting market. If you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share this video, because today we are going to dive into some rare and extraordinary finds, the United States half-dollar coins from 1991, 1999, and 2000. These coins, especially in their rare copper side tones or dirty worn condition, have become legendary among collectors. They are not just coins, they are storytellers of American history, and in today's market, they can be worth far more than you imagine. The US half-dollar is a coin that many people overlook, but collectors know its real power. Whether it's the Kennedy half-dollars from the 1990s or early 2000s, these pieces often carry minting quirks, limited strikes, or unique where they can transform them into valuable collectibles. A casual spender might see just 50 cents, but a coin collector sees an opportunity worth hundreds or even thousands, depending on rarity and grade. The 1991 half-dollar is a perfect example. While millions were minted, only a few survive today in pristine condition, and those with unique errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual toning, can command incredible prices. Collectors especially value those that still carry a rich copper shine beneath the wear, because it tells the story of circulation while still preserving beauty. Today, we embark on a journey into the world of one of the most breathtaking and ultra-rare treasures ever to slip into circulation, the 1991 half-dollar silver coin from the United States of America. This is not just any coin, this is a piece of history that carries with it the power of unimaginable wealth. A coin so elusive and so desirable that if you are lucky enough to hold one in your hand, you are no longer just a collector, you are holding the key to fortune itself. At first glance, the 1991 half-dollar may not look much different from others of its kind. Its familiar design, with President John F. Kennedy's portrait on the obverse, is one that Americans have known and admired since 1964. But the story changes when you realize that certain rare examples of the 1991 half-dollar were struck in silver rather than the common copper-nickel alloy. That one detail, that single switch in metal, transforms this coin from an everyday piece of change into a priceless artifact that collectors are willing to fight over in auctions, with bids climbing into the millions. Imagine the thrill of stumbling across such a coin. You empty your pocket change on the table, expecting nothing but ordinary coins, and suddenly one half-dollar shines brighter, feels heavier, and has that unmistakable silvery ring when tapped. That is the moment your heart races, because you know you could be holding a treasure capable of changing your life overnight. Coins like this aren't just money, they are miracles in metal. The beauty of this coin lies in its combination of artistry and rarity. On the obverse, Kennedy's noble profile reminds us of a president whose life was cut short but whose legacy endures. On the reverse, the American eagle spreads its wings, grasping arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. But when struck on pure silver, every detail of these designs comes alive in a way that no ordinary coin can replicate. The luster, the depth, the glow, it all speaks of something otherworldly, something destined to be treasured forever. Now let's talk about value, and here is where the story becomes electrifying. A standard 1991 half-dollar is worth exactly 50 cents. You could buy a candy bar with it, or let it vanish into a vending machine. But a 1991 silver half-dollar? That's a different universe entirely. These coins are so rare and so sought after that collectors are willing to pay in the millions just for the privilege of owning one. This is not speculation, this is the raw power of rarity in action. A coin struck by accident, or perhaps by hidden intention, has turned into one of the most valuable treasures in American numismatic history. Collectors live for such finds, and they know that coins like this are not just financial investments but emotional ones. To own a 1991 silver half-dollar is to hold in your hand a piece of mystery. How did it escape the mint? Why was it struck in silver when it wasn't supposed to be? How many others might still be out there? These questions keep the passion burning, and the rarity keeps the value soaring. The auction scene surrounding coins like this is nothing short of thrilling. Picture the atmosphere. A room full of seasoned collectors, dealers, and investors. A small box is brought to the stage, open to reveal what seems to be just another half-dollar. But then the words are spoken, 1991 silver strike. Suddenly, all eyes widen, the energy rises, and the bids begin. Within minutes, prices skyrocket, each hand raised signaling not just a bid but a battle for ownership of history. The final gavel falls, and what was once 50 cents has now become millions. That is the kind of magic only coins like this can conjure. What makes the 1991 silver half-dollar even more fascinating is its ability to hide in plain sight. Unlike coins that were clearly marked as silver issues decades earlier, these rare 1991 strikes bear no obvious clue. Unless you know what to look for, the shine, the weight, the sound, you could walk past one without even realizing it. And that's the beauty of it, the possibility that fortune could be sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting for the right pair of eyes to notice. Condition, of course, adds another layer to the story. A circulated silver half-dollar from 1991 is already priceless, but if one exists in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, its value transcends even the imagination. Professional graders would treat such a coin like a holy relic, documenting every line, every glow, every feature that confirms its authenticity. A single flawless specimen could fetch sums so massive that they would be talked about in collecting circles for generations. But beyond the wealth, beyond the glittering numbers at auction, lies something even more powerful: the story. Every 1991 silver half-dollar carries with it a mystery, a legacy, and an adventure. It reminds us that history is not always neat and tidy. Mistakes happen, secrets slip out, and miracles sometimes take the form of a simple coin. It is this blend of unpredictability and beauty that makes the world of coin collecting so captivating. Think about the journey one of these coins might have taken. Minted in 1991, it could have passed through hands unaware of its power. It might have sat in a cash register, been used in a small-town diner, or even collected dust in a coin jar. All the while, its secret value lay dormant, waiting for discovery. Then, one day, someone sharp-eyed, someone curious, realizes the truth. And just like that, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. This is why collectors never stop searching. They know that treasures are out there, hidden among the billions of coins in circulation. They know that every coin in their hand could be the key to unimaginable wealth. And the 1991 silver half-dollar is the perfect symbol of this truth. Fortune favors those who pay attention. Owning such a coin is about more than wealth. It's about prestige, history, and connection. Imagine being able to say that you own one of the rarest coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Imagine the pride of knowing that your collection is home to a treasure that most collectors only dream of. That is the kind of pride the 1991 silver half-dollar brings. But here is the warning I must give: if you are ever lucky enough to discover one of these coins, do not spend it, do not underestimate it, and certainly do not sell it at a low price. Understand what you hold, because you may never hold something so powerful again. A coin like this has the ability to rewrite your life, to change your story, to bring wealth beyond your imagination. And yet, the true gift of such a coin lies not only in its financial value but in the inspiration it gives us. It reminds us that history is alive, that miracles exist, and that fortunes can hide in the most unlikely places. It tells us that every moment holds potential, every pocket holds possibility, and every discovery can change everything. So as we wrap up this incredible journey into the world of the 1991 half-dollar silver coin, let this story be your inspiration. Keep searching, keep looking closely, and never dismiss the coins you hold. Because you never know, your fortune may already be in your hands. This coin is not just rare, not just valuable. It is legendary. It is proof that the smallest objects can carry the greatest stories. And for the lucky few who hold it, the 1991 silver half-dollar is nothing less than a miracle of wealth and history combined. Next is. Today, we are going to dive deep into one of the most astonishing and ultra-rare discoveries in American numismatic history, the 1999 half-dollar silver coin from the United States of America. This coin is no ordinary piece of money. This coin, my friends, is the kind of treasure that can transform your life overnight. If you are holding one, you are not just holding 50 cents, you are holding a miracle of history, a stroke of luck worth millions in today's market. The year 1999 was already historic for the United States Mint. It marked the final year of the 20th century, a year that carried with it a sense of change, anticipation, and transformation. Within this moment, the minting of the half-dollar coin took place as usual. But within those production lines, something extraordinary happened. A few of these half-dollars were struck not in the common copper-nickel-clad composition, but in brilliant silver. That subtle difference forever separated these coins from the rest, making them treasures of unimaginable value. At first glance, This coin looks like any other half-dollar. It bears the familiar and iconic profile of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, a symbol of leadership, vision, and resilience. On the reverse, the proud American eagle spreads its wings, embodying the strength and unity of a nation. But when struck in silver, the coin takes on a life of its own. The shine is purer, the glow is richer, and the weight feels more commanding in your hand. Even before you know its value, the coin whispers its importance. Now imagine this. You're going through an old coin jar at home, maybe something passed down by your parents or grandparents. You pick up what seems to be just another half-dollar, but something about it feels different. The luster, the shine, the sound when you gently tap it on the table, it all feels off, but in the best way possible. Without realizing it, you could be staring at a coin worth millions of dollars. That is the power of the 1999 silver half-dollar. Collectors consider this coin one of the most desirable finds in the world of numismatics.
Why?
Because rarity drives value, and in this case, the rarity is staggering. Very few of these silver half-dollars ever escaped the mint. Those that did are shrouded in mystery. Were they struck intentionally as tests? Were they minted as hidden treasures? Or were they simply accidents that slipped past the careful hands of the mint workers? We may never know the full truth, but what we do know is that these coins have become legends in their own right. The market for a coin like this is unlike anything else. Auctions featuring a 1999 silver half-dollar turn into battlegrounds of wealth and passion. Collectors from around the world, armed with millions to spend, fight fiercely to take home one of these rare prizes. The room vibrates with energy, paddles rise, and the bids climb higher and higher. By the time the auctioneer's hammer falls, the coin has transformed from an unassuming 50-cent piece into a life-changing fortune. But it's not only about the money. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of living history. Think about it. The year 1999 was the bridge between two centuries, the moment before the world stepped into a new millennium. Owning a silver half-dollar from that very year means carrying a symbol of transition, of endings and new beginnings. The story it tells is as valuable as the silver it was struck on. The beauty of its design also adds to its legendary status. Kennedy's portrait shines brighter and deeper on silver, almost glowing with reverence. The eagle on the reverse sparkles with a majesty that copper-nickel could never achieve. Every detail of the coin is enhanced, elevated, and immortalized by the purity of silver. When collectors see this, they don't just see a coin, they see art, history, and destiny wrapped in a single creation. Condition, of course, makes a tremendous difference. A circulated 1999 silver half-dollar is already priceless, but imagine finding one in mint state, untouched by time. A flawless specimen could break records, fetching sums so astronomical that even seasoned collectors would be stunned. The grading process becomes an event in itself, with experts treating the coin as though they are handling a crown jewel. Now picture the journey these coins might have taken. Minted in secret or by mistake, they slipped into the hands of the public. Perhaps they were used unknowingly to pay for a soda, to buy a bus ticket, or to tip a waiter. They could have lived decades in hiding, nestled in someone's drawer or wallet, never revealing their true worth until a sharp-eyed enthusiast discovered them. That hidden story only adds to their magic. The most incredible part of this tale is the dream it inspires. To think that such unimaginable wealth could be hiding in plain sight pushes collectors to search harder, to look closer, and to never give up. Every pocket of change, every roll of coins from the bank, every old jar in the attic suddenly becomes a potential treasure chest. And the 1999 silver half-dollar stands as the ultimate example of why we search. For those who own it, the coin is more than just wealth. It is prestige, it is pride, it is proof that they possess something almost no one else does. It places them in an elite class of collectors, those who own a piece of numismatic history so rare that its very existence is questioned by many. To show it, to hold it, to say you own it, that is a feeling beyond measure. But let me warn you, if you are ever lucky enough to find this coin, do not underestimate it. Do not spend it, and certainly do not sell it for anything less than its true worth. This is a coin that can change your fortune overnight. It is the kind of discovery that could elevate you from ordinary life into unimaginable wealth. Beyond the silver, beyond the millions, lies a greater truth. The 1999 half-dollar silver coin is a reminder that miracles exist in the most unexpected forms. It shows us that history is alive, that treasures are real, and that sometimes fortune sits quietly in our hands, waiting to be recognized. And so, as we conclude this journey into the world of the 1999 half-dollar silver coin, let this be your call to action. Keep searching, keep looking, keep believing. Because the treasure you seek may already be in your collection. And if it is this coin, then your destiny is forever changed. This coin is not just valuable, not just rare, but legendary. It is a symbol of history, a beacon of wealth, and a doorway to fortune. For the lucky few who hold it, the 1999 silver half-dollar is more than money. It is magic, waiting to reveal its power. Next is... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Expensive Coins, where ordinary pocket change transforms into extraordinary treasures that can change lives forever. Today's story takes us to the dawn of a new millennium, the year 2000, a year filled with excitement, hope, and anticipation for the future. But hidden within that remarkable year is a coin so rare, so valuable, and so powerful that it has been called a miracle of fortune. I am speaking about the 2000 half-dollar silver coin from the United States of America, a coin that could make you a millionaire overnight if you happen to hold it in your collection. The year 2000 was a turning point, the moment the world stepped into the 21st century. Everything about it carried significance: the celebrations, the technology boom, the countdown to midnight. And in the middle of all this change, the U.S. Mint continued its work producing coins for circulation. Among those coins was the Kennedy half-dollar, already a beloved symbol of American pride and remembrance. But within that year, something extraordinary happened. A small number of these half-dollars were struck in silver instead of the common copper-nickel, instantly elevating them into the realm of ultra-rare treasures. At first glance, the 2000 half-dollar might seem ordinary, carrying the familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse and the proud heraldic eagle on the reverse. But the moment you realize it was struck in silver, its identity transforms. The shine is richer, the tone is deeper, and the very feel of the coin whispers of something greater. What was once just 50 cents in spending power suddenly reveals itself as a hidden jewel of history worth millions in today's market. Imagine stumbling upon such a coin without knowing what you hold. Perhaps it sits inside an old coin jar in your grandparents' home. Maybe it was slipped into your hands as change years ago and forgotten in a drawer. Now picture finding it today, brushing off the dust, and realizing that you are holding a fortune disguised as half a dollar. That is the breathtaking reality of the 2000 silver half-dollar. What makes this coin so unimaginably valuable is not just its silver content, but its rarity. Very few of these silver half-dollars were ever released, and most of the public never even knew they existed. Some numismatists believe they were test strikes, others say they were intended as special mintings, and some whisper that they may have been minting errors that slipped into circulation. Whatever the truth may be, the fact remains, their scarcity is beyond belief. And scarcity always drives desire in the world of coin collecting. Collectors from across the globe are drawn to this coin like moths to a flame. Its mystery, its shine, and its power to make millionaires overnight make it one of the most sought-after treasures in modern numismatics. Auctions featuring this coin are nothing short of electrifying. The bids rise fast, the crowd gasps, and the hammer eventually falls at figures that most people can only dream of. To see a coin of just 50 cents sell for millions of dollars is a spectacle that continues to amaze even the most seasoned collectors. But the true beauty of this coin is not only in its market price, it is in the story it carries. The year 2000 was symbolic, the beginning of a new chapter in human history. Owning a silver half-dollar from that very year is like owning a piece of the millennium itself, a timeless reminder of change, hope, and possibility. For collectors, this is more than a coin, it is history frozen in silver. The design of the coin only adds to its majesty. Kennedy's portrait shines with a brilliance that feels alive when struck in silver. His profile reflects not only the legacy of a beloved president, but also the enduring values of leadership and vision. On the reverse, the eagle spreads its wings proudly, as if ready to soar into the new millennium. Every line, every detail glistens with unmatched clarity, making it a true masterpiece of artistry and symbolism. And then comes the question of condition. A 2000 half-dollar silver coin found in circulation, showing signs of wear, already commands a fortune. But if you are lucky enough to discover one in pristine, mint-state condition, untouched, flawless, and preserved in perfection, then you are not just holding a valuable coin, you are holding a record breaker. In such a state, This coin can fetch prices so astronomical that even experts are left in disbelief. Think for a moment about the journey such a coin may have taken. From the mint, perhaps accidentally released, to the pocket of an unsuspecting citizen. Maybe it was spent on a coffee, used for a bus ride, or given as change at a store. For decades, it might have lived quietly, passed from hand to hand, never revealing its true identity. And now, it resurfaces, ready to change someone's destiny forever. That story alone is worth millions. What makes this coin even more exciting is the dream it awakens in collectors. The idea that unimaginable wealth could be hiding in plain sight fuels the passion of coin enthusiasts everywhere. Suddenly, every $50 becomes a mystery waiting to be solved. Every roll of coins from the bank feels like a treasure chest. The 2000 silver $50 proves that fortune does not always come in grand or obvious forms. Sometimes, it hides in the simplest of places. For those who own it, this coin is more than a financial asset. It is a badge of honor, a symbol of their place among the elite few who possess something so rare that most collectors will only ever dream of it. To hold the 2000 silver $50 is to hold a key to prestige, history, and wealth unlike anything else. But I must issue a strong warning. If you ever find this coin, do not be tempted to spend it or sell it cheaply. Do not let anyone convince you it is worth less than its true value. This is not just a coin, it is a life-changing fortune. Treat it with the care, respect, and reverence it deserves, because it carries within it the power to alter your destiny overnight. Beyond the financial reward, owning this coin is about becoming part of a legend. It connects you to a story larger than yourself, a story of history, rarity, and discovery. It is proof that miracles exist in the world of coins, and that sometimes the smallest things can have the greatest impact. So as we close this journey into the extraordinary tale of the 2000 $50 silver coin, let it serve as your inspiration. Keep searching, keep checking, and keep believing. Because the treasure you dream of might already be in your hands, waiting for you to recognize it. The 2000 silver $50 is not only rare, not only valuable, it is legendary. It stands as a shining symbol of possibility, a reminder that fortune often hides in the most unexpected forms. For the lucky few who discover it, this coin is more than money. It is hope, it is history, and it is destiny. And that, my friends, is the story of the coin that can make you a millionaire overnight. The $50 silver coin of the year 2000, America's hidden jewel, a timeless treasure worth more than words can ever express.